The 7th century was a period of profound change and challenge for the Catholic Church, marked by intense theological debates, evolving ecclesiastical structures, and significant interactions with emerging Islamic powers. This essay outlines the chronological developments of the Catholic Church during this century, highlighting key events and figures that shaped its trajectory. Context of the early 7th century. At the dawn of the 7th century, the Catholic Church was deeply integrated into the Eastern Roman, or Byzantine, Empire following the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the previous century. The Byzantine Empire, under the reign of Emperor Heraclius, 610–641, played a pivotal role in church affairs, striving to maintain religious and political cohesion within the empire. The Monothelite controversy. A major theological issue of this period was the Monothelite controversy. Monothelitism posited that Jesus Christ had two natures, divine and human, but only one will. This doctrine emerged as a compromise intended to bridge the divide between Chalcedonian Christians, who adhered to the Council of Chalcedon's declaration of Christ's dual nature, and non-Chalcedonians, who believed in Christ's single nature. The controversy began in earnest around 633 when Emperor Heraclius, influenced by Patriarch Sergius I of Constantinople, formally introduced the doctrine. The Lateran Council of 649, convened by Pope Martin I, condemned monothelitism as heretical, affirming the doctrine of two wills in Christ in accordance with the Chalcedonian definition. This condemnation led to severe repercussions, including the arrest and exile of Pope Martin I, highlighting the significant tension between the papacy and the Byzantine emperor. The rise of Islam and its impact. The rapid expansion of Islam profoundly impacted the Christian world. Founded by the Prophet Muhammad in the early 7th century, Islam's spread was swift and extensive. Following Muhammad's death in 632, Islamic armies conquered vast territories, including Jerusalem, Alexandria, and much of North Africa. These conquests diminished the geographical extent of Christianity, presenting theological and existential challenges to the Church. The loss of these regions prompted the Church to shift its demographic and theological focus more towards Europe. Development of monasticism. The 7th century also saw significant growth in monasticism, particularly in Western Europe. Monastic figures such as Saint Columbanus played crucial roles in this development. Traveling extensively through Gaul and Italy, Columbanus founded numerous monasteries that became centers of evangelism and scholarly activity. These monastic institutions were vital in preserving Christian teachings and scriptures during times of political instability and external threats. Synods and councils. Several important synods and councils during this century were instrumental in defining and defending church orthodoxy. In addition to the Lateran Council of 649, the Third Council of Constantinople, 680–681, played a crucial role. This council reaffirmed the doctrine of two wills in Christ, conclusively addressing the Monothelite controversy and solidifying the Chalcedonian position. Theological disputes and councils. At the onset of the 6th century, the Church was still grappling with Christological controversies from previous centuries, particularly concerning the nature of Christ's divinity and humanity. The Council of Chalcedon in 451 had declared that Jesus was to be acknowledged in two natures, without confusion, change, division, or separation. Despite this, disputes persisted, especially in the eastern provinces of the former Roman Empire. In 553, the Second Council of Constantinople was convened by Emperor Justinian I. This council aimed to reconcile differences arising from the Chalcedonian definition, particularly targeting the Nestorian and Monophysite controversies. It affirmed the Chalcedonian doctrine of the dual nature of Christ and condemned the three chapters, writings by Theodore of Mopsuestia, Theodoret of Cyrus, and Ebes of Edessa, which were seen as supporting Nestorian views. Papal authority and relations with the Byzantine Empire. The 6th century also saw the role of the papacy becoming more defined. The decline of imperial authority in the West and the rise of Byzantine influence allowed the bishops of Rome, later known as popes, to assert greater authority. Pope Gregory I, also known as Gregory the Great, served from 590 to 604 and was particularly influential. Gregory expanded the power of the papacy beyond ecclesiastical matters into the secular world, addressing political, economic, and social issues in Rome and beyond. Gregory's interactions with the Byzantine emperors often reflected a complex relationship of mutual need and occasional tension. He negotiated the autonomy of the papacy while contending with the political realities of Byzantine dominance, particularly during his dealings with the Lombards and the Byzantine administration in Italy. Monasticism and cultural influence. Monasticism flourished during this century, greatly influencing the spiritual and cultural life of the Church. Benedict of Nursia, who lived in the early part of the century, founded the Benedictine order and wrote his Rule of Saint Benedict around 540. This set of guidelines for monastic life emphasized prayer, work, and communal living, becoming the foundation of Western monasticism and significantly shaping the spiritual and social landscapes of medieval Europe. Irish monasticism, distinct from its Benedictine counterpart, also thrived. Figures like Street Columba, who established the monastery of Iona, played crucial roles in spreading Christianity to Scotland and beyond. Irish monasticism emphasized a stern life of prayer and discipline, contributing significantly to the Christianization of the British Isles and continental Europe. Missionary activities. The groundwork for future missionary activities was laid in the 6th century. Figures like Columbanus began their missions among the Frankish and Lombard kingdoms later in the century, setting the stage for extensive Christianization efforts in northern Europe. These activities, though more pronounced in subsequent centuries, were crucial in expanding the Church's influence beyond its traditional boundaries.